Brenda. You unmute us?
Yeah.
All right, folks, we'll go ahead and get started. Take it away. All right. Good morning, everyone. Day 2 of the first public policy charrette. Today we'll be focusing kind of on breakout sessions for more specific questions to get kind of a more detailed look at what the stakeholders think on specific topics. So just to go over the schedule briefly, so we'll just have a quick introduction here on what we're doing, set the ground rules for the day, and look to split up into the breakout groups. There will be one held in this room and one held in the other room. And then for all the virtual participants, Max will be facilitating that in a separate group. So all the virtual participants will be kind of grouped as one separate breakout group. Then we'll have breakout sessions 1 and 2 with some breaks built in between those. Afterwards, we will all come back together for a larger discussion on kind of the answers and summarizing all the different answers that we have, just for a large discussion before closing remarks and the next steps. And so just to go over the ground rules that we have, so the stakeholders will be divided into breakout groups, and each group will elect a group presenter. So for the full discussion, we will have one person from each of the groups kind of has a role of presenting the summarized discussions to the larger group when we reconvene afterwards. A facilitator from LEI will be assigned to each breakout group. So either myself, Len, or Max will be leading each of the groups in the questions for discussions. For the in-person breakout groups, stakeholders will be given time to think and write down their answers to the index cards. We have separate ones here, different color for each question that we plan to be asking, just for documentation purposes. For the virtual participants, Max has a Google form for typing out your answers and for submitting your answers there. So he will be going over that in more detail as well in the virtual group. Then after kind of giving out the answer or writing down your answers or typing your answers for each question, we will have a group discussion for each question, about 20 minutes per question, just to kind of get some thoughts and discussions going around each question. And then once we reconvene, we will have a kind of group discussion presenting the summarized discussions from each breakout group to the larger group that we have here. And so with that, I believe we are set to go ahead. And so we have kind of based on participants that were here yesterday and anticipated today, we do have breakout groups lined up here. So group 1 will remain in this room here. And then group 2, we have it set up in the hearing room right next door over there. If you can please bring your name tags with you, so that we can still kind of set those up and still have the identification. And we will, I think if we're ready, we can start splitting up the groups. For people who are not on this list currently, please stay in this room and we'll be part of the kind of group 1 discussion. And all right.
Have fun, guys.